let me show you a technique that I use when I'm working in front of a still camera. That's a little bit unusual, but if you practice this, and if we have time, I'll give you a homework assignment so you can practice this stuff on your own, and you will get an opportunity to be able to take photos that just jump off the page, that just grab the attention of photographers and art and creative directors. Those are the people at advertising agencies who sometimes make the final decision as to which model gets hired for the commercial modeling ad. I want to look the part. If they're looking for a doctor, I want to look like a doctor. You've got to look right for the part. You've got to know what this character is all about. So what I have to do is, when I walk in, I'm going to ask, so what are you looking for? Now I've already heard you're a business guy and it's for a bank. Okay, so I go in there and I'll say, so what are you looking for? And they're going to say, well, you're frustrated. All right, that tells me nothing. Why am I frustrated? I have no idea. So I will make it more, I'll ask them, could you tell me why? Why am I frustrated? Just like if you go to an audition and they say, hey, you're happy. What does that mean? You know, if I'm going to an audition and I'm a doctor and they say you're happy, why? And I'll ask, well, can you tell me why I'm happy? Am I happy because I saved somebody's life? All right, well, that's a specific kind of happiness. I can talk about that one and I can think about that. Maybe I'm happy because I just decided I can't practice medicine with taking insurance. It's just impossible. There's too much paperwork. I don't get enough time to spend with my patients. I'm not accepting insurance anymore. That's another kind of happiness that a doctor could feel. Maybe the doctor just won a malpractice case. And it was a crazy lawsuit where everybody in the practice got sued. I never even saw this patient and my name's on the list. It's another kind of happiness. So I will ask and see if they can make it specific. Why? Because I can tell you, the more general you make it, and just try to make this a general kind of happiness, the more boring the photo is going to be. If you make it specific, even if it's wrong, if you're thinking you saved somebody's life and you're a doctor, even if it's wrong, it will be interesting. So I walk in there, why am I frustrated? And maybe, if the person knows what's going on, well, you're not being treated well. You know, that whole concept, you're not being treated well. So then what I do is this. Because I've done my homework assignment and I have already thought of a real experience where I wasn't treated well at a store. That's what I use. So let me share it with you so you guys can actually see the process. I fly around a lot, do seminars around the world, and I kind of stopped doing this recently, but I used to always buy snow globes for my kids when I was at the airport. You know, those little things, you shake them up, it's got snowflakes, you know, okay. So I'm standing in line at the airport, and the cash register, the person at the cash register is just kind of sitting there. She's talking on the phone, and I'm standing in line, 2 snow globes, and I'm thinking, all right, well, she probably has some business to finish up. She'll take care of me soon. Here's what I do. Very first thing, before they take the shot, sometimes I literally put my hand up. I always look away from the camera because I'm not ready yet. It's going to take me a second to get ready. And I'll just, oh, could I just have a second? Remember, this is a modeling job. Not an acting, you know, not something where there are lines. Still, I look away, say, can I have a second? Then I relive that experience. I'm standing in line, cashier's on the phone, and I will say a word, maybe 2 words. Sometimes I just make a sound. Whatever it takes for me to relive that experience at the airport, then I bring the look back up here. I always start off very small, and then throughout the day, if it's a job, I will start building it up. And I'm going to show the photographer and the art and creative directors at the advertising agencies many layers of expressions and emotions. So, my very first shot of the day, once again, very small. Can I just have a second? All right, I'm ready. There's the shot. Now, I didn't feel all that frustrated, and I'm sure I didn't look all that frustrated. That's the opening shot. Now, what might take 2 or 3 hours, I'm going to do in about 30 seconds here. Next shot. So we do that. I look away. Come on. Now, that one felt very different than the first one. Now, okay, let's do another one. Come on. Very different than the first 2. For the very last shot of the day, I might even ask the photographer, do you think you have what you need? And he'll probably say, yeah, got plenty of ideas. can I just play with one? I got an idea. And in today's time period where everybody's shooting digitally, it's not like they're spending more money on film and reproduction and developing, so it's not going to be a problem. Very last shot of the day, all of a sudden I'm overhearing this cashier, and I thought she's finishing up some business. She's talking to a friend. She's making me stand in line while she's talking with a friend about what she's going to be doing after work tonight, and I am outraged. So my very last shot of the day, have a second. Come on! Now, they might not use that one, but it's an interesting choice. That's the goal. Show them many layers of expression and emotions. Give them real kinds of looks. They don't want models. They want people who have the ability to look real.